So as I've said before, so much of learning guitar is really about building muscle memory and building these habits that you become familiar with. So once you get comfortable in the guitar, changing from an E major to an A major becomes a natural thing. But at this point in your journey, of course, it's not quite natural. And so it takes a bit of time to work on. And so what we're going to do in this lesson is spend some time working on this, and I'm going to teach you an exercise that you're going to need to do in your own time as well, because putting some time into chord changes and things like this is really what's going to be the difference between you playing guitar really well and you still feeling like a beginner. I can give you all the tips and tricks that you need to know, but you do need to work on these things so that you can improve and become comfortable with them. So what we're going to do is work on our changes between E major and A major, and this exercise is going to keep on coming up throughout this course. And so what I want you to do is to get out your phone or your laptop and set a timer for 1 minute. You can just type into Google timer and it'll give you a timer that you can set for 1 minute. And what you're going to do is in this minute, I want to see how many times you can change between an E major and an A major chord. Now, as you're counting the chord changes in this exercise, every time you change from an E major to an A major, that's one change. So it will be 1, 2, 3, and so on. Now, there are a few small rules before you get started on this, because I don't want you to set up bad habits that you're going to keep on reinforcing as you do this exercise. And so as you're playing each chord, I want to make sure that every chord is perfect, okay? I don't want any buzzing on those chords. I don't want any missed notes or any wrong notes, because if you're letting that slip, then you're going to reinforce bad habits and bad techniques that aren't going to help you out. And so I only want you to count the changes if you're getting the chords right, okay? If you're getting them wrong, you should not count that change. And so I want you to have a try of that. You've got a 1 minute timer and you're just going to go. And one final thing before you get started is I don't want strings to continue ringing out. I want you to mute those strings first by just placing your palm over the strings down here. So, like that. And so have a try of that. You can do it once, but I would recommend doing it more as long as your fingers are coping okay and aren't becoming too sore. But if you can, try and do that a few more times each day, because that's going to really help you to build up your muscle memory and also build up the calluses on your fingers, but help you to make really natural chord changes in songs. Now, obviously this isn't the most exciting exercise, but what it does do is help you to build the foundation for really natural and smooth chord changes that are going to make your playing in songs so much nicer, and it'll make you really sound good as a guitarist, even if you're in the early stages. So go have a few tries of that. Remember, 1 minute timers, and after each minute, I want you to write down how many changes you got so that you can compete against yourself and try and break your own records, because that's really going to help you progress. But otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow.